Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. Welcome back to another new class of distance learning program. My dear students, in our yesterday's class, we started a new topic called trigonometry, and I have been calling it as trigonometry. Tri means three, gono means like angles, corners, or sides, and metry means measurement. So, boys and girls, trigonometry is basically the study of the unknown sides and angles or in triangles. Now, at this basic level, we will be focusing on right angle triangles, and we will be finding unknowns in right angle triangles by using three basic trigonometrical ratios. The three basic trigonometrical ratios are sine, cosine, and tangent. So let's start our formal lesson, boys and girls. So, dear students, this is trigonometric ratios. This is chapter number 11 of your maths book 2. My dear students, my name is Sayyid Faraz Hassan. I am your mathematics instructor. With me, I have my team, the team of subject specialists, Sir Ashraf Ali and Ms. Shabana Salman. Dear students, our learning objective for today, by the end of this lesson, inshallah, you will be able to explain what trigonometric ratios of acute angles are, and you will be able to find unknown sides and angles in right angle triangles. All right, let's have a quick recap what we have learned earlier, boys and girls. We have learned earlier about the three trigonometrical ratios. What were they? They were sine, cosine, and tangent. I told you in your calculator, these trigonometrical ratios are named as sin, cos, tan. Again, we apply these three trigonometrical functions on unknown acute. It may be known acute angle, it may be we simply apply it on acute angles. Like consider this right angle triangle shown to you on the screen. If I consider this unknown angle x, now the side in front of it is called opposite side. The side which is just in front of 90 degree is called hypotenuse, and the third remaining side right next to angle x is adjacent side. I'm repeating it once again. The side in front of this acute angle which we are considering right now, angle x degrees, the side in front of it is called opposite side. The side in front of a 90-degree angle is called the hypotenuse side, and the hypotenuse is always the longest side in right angle triangle. And the third side is adjacent side, which is right next to angle x. Now, what else we have learned, boys and girls? We have learned about three magical words. And what were those three magical words? Those were so, ka, and tua. All right? So, ka, tua. Now, so what does so tells us? So tells us S-O-H. S stands for sine, O stands for opposite, and H stands for hypotenuse. So if I consider this angle x, so my sine x degrees equals to opposite upon hypotenuse, that you can see it's here. Next, ka. C stands for cos, A stands for adjacent, and H stands for hypotenuse. So cos of this unknown angle x degrees equals to adjacent upon hypotenuse. The last one, tua, T-O-A. T stands for tangent, O stands for opposite, and A stands for adjacent. So when I apply this tangent on unknown angle x degrees, so our ratio will become TOA, opposite upon adjacent. So you can easily memorize them, understand them by just considering these three words, so, ka, tua. All right, dear students, today we will be learning how to use calculator in finding the unknowns. Okay, first of all, we need to learn how to evaluate the values of angles by applying these trigonometrical functions. So the first one is tangent 47 degrees. Part A is tan 47 degrees. Now, what you need to do, you have your calculator. Please keep your calculator in your hand. Now, you can see there are three functions called sine, sin, cos, and tan that are visible on your calculator right over here. Now, one more thing, on your calculator screen, you should have D. The D tells you that you are working in degree mode. If there is any other symbol besides D, like radian R or some other, that won't give you the correct answer. Make sure you are using the correct mode of calculator, that is the degree mode. And D for degree, the degree should be visible on your screen. The first important thing. Now, what we are going to do, we're going to press 10 function. I pressed it 10. Now a bracket opens. I'm going to write 47, bracket close. I found my answer as 1.0723. Now, generally, they ask us give your answer correct to three significant figures. What do they ask? Give your answer correct to three significant figures. So this is it. We'll round off the last two digits, and our answer is found to be 1.07. Very simple. Simple use of the scientific calculator, we get our answer. Part B. Part B is tangent 75.3, sorry, sine 75.3 degrees. Okay, boys and girls, when you press sine in your calculator, a bracket opens. Okay, just type in there 75.3 and close the bracket. Press an equal sign and you'll find that 75.3, okay, 0.9672. Again, we'll round off the last digit and we'll try to give our answer correct to three significant figures. All right, dear students, I did part A, I did part. Now, one more important thing, like I'm using this calculator, whenever I apply sin, cos, tan, automatically a bracket opens. So if a bracket, like there were old calculator in which the bracket is not visible there, they don't use a bracket. So that is a different case. But for these calculator, if a bracket opens, make sure you close the bracket after typing that angle. If you do not uh, close that bracket, you might have an incorrect answer. So make sure you, when the bracket opens, you need to close the bracket as well. All right. So this is it. Let's do part D now. I'll try to do it in one go by using my calculator. I've pressed sine, a bracket opens, 35. I'll close the bracket. Then I'm going to press a positive sign. Then furthermore, cos, a bracket opens, I'm going to write 49, bracket close. My answer is found to be 1.2296. 1.2296. I'm doing this part D, boys and girls. Sine 35 degrees plus cos 49 degrees. I use my calculator and I found my answer as 1.2296. I'll try to give my answer correct to three significant degrees. I'll round off this, I'll round off this, I'll have one carry. So my answer is found to be 1.23. I hope this makes sense to you guys. So by the use of simple calculator, we get our results very easily. Make sure you use it in the correct way. So let's move on to the next question after this. All right, dear students, this is question number 5. Use a calculator to evaluate each of the following. Now we can see we have fractions. Our trigonometrical ratios are there in these fractions and they're asking us to evaluate these. Now again, boys and girls, when you are using calculator, you can do it very easily. Okay, in your calculator, there is a function like on my extreme left, the third button. Okay, on my extreme left, the third button. Okay, it gives you the, this tells you that there is a function, built-in function in your calculator for fraction, that is a box upon box. Can you see this? This is a function of box upon box. So I will be using this to, all right, Azan is going on, just an Azan break, please. All right, student, this function, the box upon box function, you can use this, just type in the correct values. Okay, now what am I doing? I have this function box upon box. I'll take my cursor in the numerator box and I'm going to press 5, 10, bracket open, 61.4, bracket close. Then I move my cursor in the denominator box. 2 cos bracket opens 10.3 bracket closed. Now I press equal sign. My answer is found to be, boys and girls, by using this function, my answer is found to be 4.6604. I need to give my answer correct to three significant figures. I'll round off this, so my final answer is found to be 4.66. I hope this makes sense to you guys. Just with the help of this function called a box upon box function, right? Just press in the correct values, close the bracket, and then press equal sign. You'll get your answer very easily. Moving on to the next part, sine 24.6 plus cos 62.1 whole upon tangent 21 plus cos 14 degrees. Boys and girls, again, the use of same function, a built-in function in your calculator. This is it, right? So you're going to use this function now, and you're going to press this. The cursor will be blinking in the numerator box. Just type in sine 24.6 close bracket, press sine cos 62.1, then bring the cursor down for denominator, tangent 21 plus cos 14 degrees, and your answer is found to be 0.657. 0.657. Again, this answer is corrected to three significant figures. Let me check it once again. Okay, 0.657, that's the right answer. Hope you have learned this. With the help of simple calculator, there is a function, a box upon box function. Just press in the correct values, close the bracket, you will get your answer very easily. All right, boys and girls. Now, this is a new exercise, 11 and B. Now, it tells that find the value of the unknown in each of the following right angle triangles. So dear students, they have given us two parts, part A and part B. One part I will be doing and the other part you will be doing. All right, boys and girls, I'm doing part B right now. Part B is this part. Now we can see the first thing whenever you are asked to solve triangle. Solve triangle means finding unknown in the given triangle. Now we can see in this triangle, I'm talking about part B. Can you see my tick mark? Now, what is an unknown? The unknown side is B. First of all, you need to name these sides. As this unknown side is front of 90-degree angle, so this is my hypotenuse. I can see there is an acute angle 15 degrees. So the angle in front of it is the opposite side, and the third remaining side is my adjacent side. So the first thing, identify the correct name of the sides. Now you see, you need to find out the value of hypotenuse. What is given to you? Opposite is given to you. What is missing? Hypotenuse is missing. So boys and girls, you need to go for relation which is in between opposite and hypotenuse. So what we have learned the three magical words, so, ka, tua. Now out of these three trigonometrical ratios, anyone will be fit in here and we'll get the correct answer. Now you see, I need to find the relation between opposite and hypotenuse. Opposite and hypotenuse, it comes in so, S-O-H. I'm going to use this function. What is my acute angle? It's 15 degrees. So I'm writing here using so. Now, sine of the unknown angle 15 degrees, sorry, sine of the given angle 15 degrees is equals to opposite. The opposite value is 9.7 and the hypotenuse, it's unknown B. All right, dear students, so what can you do in order to find this B? Cross multiply this B on this side. So you have B sine 15 degrees equals to 9.7. Now, what is unknown? B is now unknown. You can cross multiply this sine 15 downwards. So you have now B is equals to 9.7 divided by sine 15. So dear students, again, you have that built-in function in your calculator, a fraction function that is a box upon box. Just use it. In the numerator, I'll be writing 9.7. I'll bring my cursor down. I'm going to press sign, and then bracket opens 15. I need to close the bracket. So my final answer is found to be, give your answer in decimal, 37.477 equals to 37.477. I'll try to give my answer correct to three significant figures. I'll round off this, I'll round off this to 37.5 is the right answer. That is the value of B, 37.5 centimeters. All right, dear students, let's do one more part B of this question number 2. I'm doing this question. Now, a right angle triangle is given to us. We can see there is a side 17 meters, there is a side B meters. So we need to find out this hypotenuse, which is right in front of this 90-degree angle. This is hypotenuse, this is opposite, and this is adjacent. Now, dear student, opposite side, there is nothing given, no known value, no unknown value. So just ignore the opposite side. Now we need to have a relation between hypotenuse and adjacent. Hypotenuse and adjacent, they come, you need to think, do they come in so, do they come in ka, or do they come in tua? So I can see ka, C-A-H. So I'm using here ka. That is cos of this given angle 61 degrees equals to adjacent value is 17 and hypotenuse value is B. All right, boys and girls, cross multiply this B over there. So I have B cos 61 degrees equals to 17. In order to find B, I'll cross multiply cos 61 degrees downwards. So B equals to 17 upon cos 61 degree. So my final answer is found to be, I'll use the same function, the fraction function. My numerator is 17. Bring the cursor down and then cos 61. Close the bracket and your final answer is found to be 35.06. I'll round it off and I'll give my answer as 35.1 centimeters. So that is the correct answer, 31.1 centimeters. Again, boys and girls, what are the keywords? The keywords are so, ka, tua. If you have a concept of so, ka, tua, you can find any unknowns in these right angle triangles. Hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. So boys and girls, what have we learned today? We reviewed what trigonometrical ratios of acute angles are. What are they? They are sine, cos, sine, cosine, and tangent, and we call it as sin, cos, tan. Okay, these are trigonometrical ratios. We have learned how to evaluate these trigonometrical ratios by using our calculator, and we have also learned how to find unknown sides and angles in right angle triangles. So thank you, dear students, for being smart, active learners. Always be thankful to Almighty Allah for all His blessings. Alhamdulillah. Again, there is a pro tip. I have given you two questions. Now, these two questions, part A, are your homework from my side. You can do it in your register. And plus, I'm sure your respective class teachers, subject teachers are also giving your homework. So make sure after watching the video lesson, you try to do those questions. So this is all for today. Hope you have enjoyed today's lesson, and I'm waiting for the comments. If you want me to recall these concepts again, I'll do it in the next week lesson. Take care. Take a good care of yourself. We'll meet again next week. Until then, Allah Hafiz.